Football night in San Diego on NBC 7, presented by your local Mazda dealers, starts now.
The National Football League is at a crossroads. It's facing a concussion problem that can no longer deny. There might be something that can help, but it's currently sitting on the NFL's banned substances list. NBC 7's Derek Tokerson has more on how a former San Diego athlete is trying to convince pro football to take a long look at allowing its players to use marijuana.
Former San Diego State offensive lineman Kyle Turley played 8 seasons in the NFL, and as it did with many players, the savage nature of the game at the point of attack took a toll on his body and eventually his mind.
I got to a point of hopelessness where I was consistently taking pills every day to deal with ailments that I received playing football. You know, I started here in San Diego State, not too far from where we're standing right now, and blew my knee out in 1996. And that started me on an opiate addiction.
Some NFL players have said they take up to 30 painkillers a day to combat the agony of injuries they suffered playing the game they loved. Turley says he was not at that level, but still, the addiction to opiates was taking him down a dark, dark path.
As I sat on my couch, hopeless with life, when I've got a beautiful wife and kids sitting at home and a lot of money and all these great things that I've accomplished that I should be pretty proud and happy about, and I found myself depressed and in an unbelievable hole.
Turley was introduced to cannabis, and all of a sudden his quality of life improved.
We are seeing unbelievable things in our communities, and that's what happened to me, and it almost took my life.
The NFL has long been firmly against marijuana use, even the kinds that eliminate THC, the substance that makes a user feel high.
The NFL, being the organization that they are with as much power as that they have, that they would advance things, that they wouldn't follow. And so I like some of the things I'm hearing, and that there is a shift happening right now with the National Football League where they are opening their ears finally to what cannabis can do for their community.
The NFL Players Association is forming a committee to study the effects of marijuana for managing pain, and the NFL is looking to hire a new chief medical officer to oversee health initiatives, and they want the candidates to be well versed on the science of cannabis. Stuart Titus is CEO and president of Medical Marijuana Incorporated. Titus cites research from UCLA and the University of Virginia that suggests cannabinoids can reduce brain inflammation.
These cannabinoids actually act as a second football helmet that's always with you. And been some great research out of UCLA, a medical center at Torrance. They looked at 450 young adults who unfortunately were in traumatic brain injury situations. And of the ones who were in these traumatic brain injury situations, the ones who were regular cannabis users were 80% more likely to survive a traumatic brain injury. And this is presumably because they had this second football helmet effect with them at all times.
San Diego has every reason to want to advance the science behind cannabis, in that we have over 22 soldiers a day committing suicide, and one of our greatest and most decorated veterans of the National Football League, our own hometown, our son, Junior Seau, that should be here today if he had the opportunity to know what happened to him, first of all, with his brain disease, and given the right medicine to deal with it.
The research is ongoing, but the NFL is at least taking notice, and with all the concussion issues its players are enduring, they are wise to look for any possible solutions. Laz?
Well, thank you, Derek. Always liked Kyle Turley. Makes sense.